Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video I am going to be going through the differences between the sun, the moon and the rising sign within Gemini. If you don't know the difference between a sun, a moon and a rising sign in a general sense, then please be sure to go to the video in the link in the description below. Just watch that video and then you can come back or go to whatever video suits you. Alright, so let's firstly look at the differences between the sun and the moon to begin with. Sun, okay? The sun is more apparent to other people. It is more of an outward representation of ourselves, whereas the moon, that is more focused from within. It's as though the moon instinctively knows who it is. Now, with Gemini, in a very general sense, Gemini is known as being very restless and very easily bored, which is why you will see this energy always having to be doing something. However, okay, is the Gemini moons who feels this more deeply. Remember, the moon is all about the inner feeling, alright? The moon rules Cancer, and Cancer is all about the feels. It's an inward type of energy. Yet, it's the Gemini sun that still has this ability to remain focused, especially, say, if their moon is in one of the fixed signs. So say their moon is within Leo, Taurus, Scorpio or Aquarius, that Gemini sun would still be able to remain focused then because of that focused moon energy that they possess. However, if you were to flip that on its head, okay, do it the other way. So say the sun sign is within a fixed sign, there is the Gemini moon, these people still, okay, they still may struggle ever so slightly with their focus. Actually, before I go further into this, I would actually like to quickly touch on a piece of information that I found out that one of my lovely subscribers told me about, and that is about Donald Trump. Okay, I was informed that Donald Trump has a Gemini moon. Now, I did do some research on this and he actually has a Gemini sun, but he does have a Sagittarius moon. In my sun, moon and rising Sagittarius video, I expressed how the Sagittarius moon, it cannot help but to just be blunt, just to speak its truth, say what's on its mind. And if you think about it, Donald Trump, let's face it guys, this guy just bloods his mouth without even thinking a lot of the times. Trump is just so big into doing this and he just simply doesn't know how to stop blabbing that big mouth of his. Furthermore as well, of course, with Donald Trump, I was also informed by another subscriber that he's a Leo rising as well. Thank you to my 2 subscribers for bringing this to my attention. You know, clarifies things for me. I'm seeing stuff here. I'm seeing it. So with Donald Trump's positions, it does not help that he also has the Gemini sun. The Gemini sun even has this sort of tendency to use certain information for personal growth and gain. Anyway, onward from Donald Trump, alright? Let's not talk about that anymore. It's also the Gemini moons who are more so fascinated by using their facts, information and gossip to sort of experiment with. They want to see how much they can do with information. After all, okay, Gemini is the sign of communication. It rules the 3rd house of communication. It's also an air sign, so it's very intellectual. And so with Gemini moons, they are pretty alert and observant people. They have this amazing ability to pick up information really quickly and put the pieces together and actually understand the common themes and patterns within that information. I actually happen to know a girl with her moon in Gemini and also she has a Scorpio sun. With her, she has this amazing sort of ability, this amazing outlook on art, especially within art and dark things such as skulls and vampires and stuff like that. What I will say here is that Gemini moons also need to be careful. This is because they need to make sure that they don't let gossiping get the better of them. Okay, it's the Gemini moons who are more sort of cynical, okay, whereas the Gemini suns are more critical. And furthermore, a Gemini sun will most likely call people out on their shit or their sense of dishonesty. But it's the moon who will most likely make a plan before retaliating to it. This is so a Gemini moon can protect themselves. Because remember, the moon is all about inner security. Gemini moons are light, and they are easygoing. But the Gemini suns appear to be this way. But if that Gemini sun has an emotional moon sign, say they have an emotional moon sign like Pisces, for example, they might actually end up expressing their emotions through their sun's blunt, sharp tongue. Let's then move on to the Gemini rising sign. So remember, the rising sign / ascendant is all about how we express ourselves to the world. It acts as this type of filter or lens in which we try to make sense of the world. And Gemini rules the 3rd house within astrology, so that's all about communication, short distance travel, siblings, close environments. Therefore, it could be said that the Gemini rising is trying to make sense of the world through their ideas, through their thoughts, through information, through their knowledge, through their communication. They might actually identify themselves with being in the know. They actually want to be seen, okay? They want to be seen by others as someone who is pretty intelligent. The more a Gemini rising is in the know, the more confident they might actually be within their self-image. They ultimately can just be very funny and very witty. One of the things a Gemini rising must actually learn to grasp is this ability to just acquire just spiritual concepts and understanding. The reason why this is because a Gemini rising may come across as purely scientific, okay? And so with spiritual concepts, they could just write them off, okay? It's like, I don't see it. It's like, I believe it when I see it type of attitude. As well, okay, Sagittarius is the descendant. Right, you've got the ascendant over here, and then opposite that is the descendant. And the opposite of Gemini is a Sagittarius. Sagittarius then is all about higher education. It's also, all right, a spiritual fire sign because it's the final fire sign. It's like the most mature fire sign. In a way, Gemini is like the nursery school, lower type of education, whereas the Sagittarius is the higher education. And then as well, Gemini is the survival instinct mode, okay, within air signs. And then it's Sagittarius that is the spiritual mode within the fire signs. Both are mutable energy as well. In a way, in a sense, the Gemini can learn, okay, can learn a lot from Sagittarius. Okay guys, so to conclude, whilst a Gemini rising is seen by others as intellectual, pretty scientific, pretty talkative, it's the Gemini sun who is driven towards being intellectual, scientific, and talkative. But yet, it's the Gemini moon who is represented with being, okay? Being intellectual, being scientific, and being talkative. Okay guys, so that concludes my video on the sun, the moon, and the rising within Gemini. If you do have your sun, moon, or rising within Gemini, please be sure to let me know in the comments, or if you have any experiences that you want to share with me, they'll let me know also. Of course, if this is the first time you're finding my channel, then please be sure to subscribe, and I will be back with another video very, very soon. Bye!